What's up everyone, it's Ellis here. The first round of the MPO Ledgestone 2022 has concluded, and I have to say it was a round full of surprises. We had 4 aces on the round. Also we had some huge numbers put out in the round. Just to give you a little example, we got an octuple bogey on hole 13 by Cole Redalen. That means 8 over par, for people who are wondering what octuple bogey means. And yeah, our feature card played really badly. Luckily Wysocki picked it up towards the end and is now placed on 8th. But Mcbeth played poorly, in my opinion. Dickerson continued playing badly. Ever since the European Open, Dickerson wasn't in the European Open. And after that, I think Dickerson has been on a downward spiral. And I hope he gets everything under control, because the season is coming to an end. And there's going to be some huge tournaments to watch in the future. Andrew Marvid, who was the 4th guy in the feature card, well, he played okay, -2. Didn't really think any of it. Like, well, especially when you're playing with Paul Mcbeth, Ricky Wysocki, and Chris Dickerson. So you're going to just, whatever you do with those guys is going to be okay. But the lead card we have, if you look at the stats, it's not that surprising. Let's go and see them. Oh, there we go. Hey, what up? So, as you can see, Gannon Buhr, bogey free, -11. Doesn't really need any explanation. Gannon played a really awesome round, and this is a 2nd tournament in a row he's playing really awesomely, so I'm looking forward to Gannon probably taking this, if he can keep this up. He's a young guy. Just stay calm, do what you do, and take the win. Anthony Barela was on the same card as Gannon Buhr, and as you can see, he played also really well. -9, getting the 2nd place. I don't know who Kevin Kiefer is, but Kevin Kiefer is on the 3rd place. Great to see new names, as Philo said on the live coverage. It's great to see people who aren't like the usual suspects. Bogey free also, -8. You can be really happy with that. And tied for 4th is Bradley Williams with Corey Ellis, and Bradley's going to be on the lead card tomorrow. This was a strange round, like really inconsistent throws, huge bogeys. Especially, for example, Paul Mcbeth took a triple bogey on hole 13 also. Hole 13 for some reason was really giving a hard time to players. This is going to be interesting because the usual top guys aren't in the top at the moment, and they have a long way to go, especially because Gannon, Anthony, and Kevin played really well, so they aren't as close. So it's interesting to see if the top guys can actually close out the distance. The 2nd round will be played in the Northwood Park. Now they played at the Eureka, so the 2nd round is going to be played in the Northwood Black. Well, it's not about distance in Northwood Black. It's more about throwing your lines and staying on the fairway, because we're going in the woods. So it's going to be an interesting round 2. So I'm anxious to see how it goes. Let's see a couple of interviews to the end of the video, and we'll see you tomorrow. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you get notified when I upload videos. And as always, thanks for watching.
We are joined here by Ricky Wysocki in the clubhouse. Ricky, 6 under par today. You're going to find yourself on top of the 3rd card going into tomorrow. You've played a lot of rounds out here at Lake Eureka. How does the 6 down feel?
It was okay. I mean, I had some putting struggles on the par 5 hole 13, but I give myself a lot of chances to score, and you know it's a 4-round event, and so yeah, after round 1, you know you want to play as well as you can, but yeah, there's a whole tournament left basically.
Very slow start for your entire card out there today. Really didn't get a lot going until later in the round. What is the grind like, not really being able to feed off of your card mates?
Yeah, it's actually tough. I mean, yeah, I think I shot the best round, and then Paul shot a 4, so we weren't really killing it, and it was just tough to really find any momentum. You know, you would have a couple good holes and follow it up with a couple bad shots, and so yeah, it's hard to fight the uphill climb as far as the momentum. You know, it's really kind of choppy, and I think that's tough. And I felt like I did a good job, because that can really drag you down if the whole card's not playing great. And I just played the best round I could given the conditions.
We are playing 2 rounds back-to-back at Northwood Black, arguably the hardest course in the world, Friday and Saturday. How are you going to get yourself to the top of the leaderboard?
Well, I think out there it's not about birdie in every hole. Like out here, you want to try to attack for a lot of birdies, but out there, I mean, if I can shoot 2, 5, 6 unders, I'll take that all day. And you know, I'm going to be within 1 or 2 strokes coming into Eureka. I can almost guarantee that for the final day. So 5, 6, 7 under, that's what I'm shooting for. I think that's going to be. It may not be hot, but if you shoot that 2 rounds in a row out there, I like my chances. So. Yeah, it's all about consistency out there, keeping yourself in the fairway or near the fairway, and you know, trying to avoid the big numbers.
One last question before I let you go. You're known for your lengthy recovery sessions. What's the plan for tonight?
Well, I'm going to go over to the Disc Golf Strong booth. We got a little shoulder recovery planned, and then go back home, do an ice bath, and really get ready for Northwoods. I think it's going to be a mental grind out there. Yeah, and I think that, you know, the player that's the most mentally ready is gonna play well, and hopefully that's me.
Well, good luck tomorrow, Rick.
Thanks, guys.
Here with Gannon Buhr. Gannon, 11 under 52. How's that feel to start a tournament?
Feels great, especially after practice. Kind of confused on what to do on like half the holes. So I kind of, you know, when I woke up this morning, went through every hole and kind of got the game plan figured out, and you know, felt good to just get in that nice rhythm and start hot and finish hot.
Someone said the wind was blowing 1 mile an hour on an app. Is that true?
No. By the time we got to the last 9 holes of our round, it was probably 20 miles an hour. So it started to rip in there, and I was able to get my birdies a little earlier in the course. Got the first 5 birdies on the back 9, and shot 5 down on the front 9. So it was important to get those early. That way I didn't have to work too hard, and even miss a couple opportunities down the stretch on some of the easier holes, 15 and 16. Just one chain out miss putt, and 16, I probably had the worst lie I've seen of anybody the whole year. That was directly in the middle of those hedges on the right, and, you know, almost couldn't even see anything.
You were telling us about your birdie on 14 and how the wind kind of played a factor there, so break that one down for us.
Yeah, 14's a really tough hole out here, one of the toughest, honestly. Big numbers can happen with the water on the right side and flipping your disc over. Playing that hole for par, threw a nice little straight M2 shot down to where the casual area is. Only about 320, 330 feet off the tee pad, and kind of walked up there with not great footing either. I was on a downslope and with a strong right to left wind, so I just told myself, just get this to like 50 feet, pitch up, take your par, and I guess I just put some more oomph into it and got it to like 25 feet, and then, you know, made the nice circle 1 putt to get me to 10 down at that point, and kind of just kept it rolling. You know, played a little safe the last couple holes, which is, you know, my plan. 18's one of the toughest holes in the course also, and, you know, having not so great of a drive with the wind being probably 25 miles an hour at that point, to get up and down for par felt really good.
All right, heading to the woods tomorrow. You got a blistering pace. It's gonna be hard to top. So what's the game plan over at Northwood? What do you think of that place?
Northwood, it's much improved from last year. Just the little changes they made with cleaning up the rough, opening some of the fairways and the rough themselves. It makes it definitely a good disc golf course, as where last year it was kind of more of a little gimmicky in some spots and obviously really tough. But this year I think it's a great tough wooded course that's fair in most spots, and I think it's going to be, you know, my goal was to start off hot, because Northwoods is more about survive, maybe get a couple under par, where Eureka you have to shred, you got to get to an early start. So I think that's going to really benefit me for the rest of the tournament, and if I can just keep up that good pace, maybe get like a 5 or 6 under tomorrow, I think I'll still have a nice lead going into the 3rd day.
All right, it was a blistering pace for sure today. Eureka, that's Gannon Buhr leading Ledgestone after 1.